Well, hello. Yo, Onami, yeah. Finally doing the print edition. I just gotta post this stream to Twitter, and then I'll be right there. It's been a while since I streamed. Oh, where did my music go? It's like super quiet now. There we go. My Weather Channel music. Hey, what's up, guys? How is everybody? I have so much stuff I need to do. I was supposed to start streaming like 4 weeks ago. And then stuff happened. But I'm here now. What impeccable timing. Guys just needed something to do. Hey, how's everybody? Just gotta post to Twitter really quick. I'll be right there. I was like, what do I call this stream? Because I'm technically not drawing today, so I was like, what do I even call this stream? Not drawing. I'm gonna turn this down for me, just because it's like super loud for me. And then I'll turn it up for y'all. That way y'all can have some music. There we go. Ooh, okay. Alright, guys. So, I actually already made a print-on-demand version of Onami. I'll just show you guys. Oh! I'll just show you guys. Come on. I'll just show you guys. So this is technically the second time I have to make this. So I made this beautiful print edition that had, like, the original one-shot, and then it had some, like, bonus content with, like, concept art and, like, the story of, like, how Onami, like, came to be, how it happened, going all the way back to, like, 2009, 2016. And then, I was originally going to go through Comics Spring, and then stuff has happened with Comics Spring, so I'm not going through Comics Spring. And I also found it cheaper at another printer, but with the other printer, I have to go back to the original size, and both of these files are completely different proportions. This is the original, the one I have open right now is the original proportions that I made Onami in, and I had to completely redo it, like I had to redo all of the paneling to make it fit the new proportions, and now I have to go back to the old proportions. So basically, I have to remake the files all over again. I'm so mad. No worries. I honestly am just happy to be streaming again because I like talking. Obviously, I like talking. So I just wanted to chill and, you know, whatever, and I figured, I might as well stream if I'm gonna be sitting here doing this stuff. This is stuff I can easily stream with, or stream myself doing, as long as people don't think it's boring. Yeah, so, but yeah, so at least I know what I want for the print edition. The only other change I have to make is I have to take all the color out because I'm doing a straight, like, binary, like, monochrome print. And so all of the beautiful color that I spent adding into my pages, I now have to take it out. It just sucks. So I guess the first thing I need to do is I need to, add pages here at the beginning for, like, the covers, and then, yeah, all that fun stuff. And some of these files are massive. No, you're good. I had to take a hiatus for a while, because, you know, like, I don't work at Global Comics anymore, and stuff happened, and blah, 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 so I had to take a hiatus for a little bit. Anyway, I should start working, but yeah, like, I had stuff I had to deal with as well. But I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm doing alright. Life is lifing, that's for damn sure. You know, but I'm surviving, and I'm doing, like, manga assistant work now, and I have, like, another job, so I kind of have, like, 2 jobs right now. But I don't mind at all. So yeah, so just You know, living the dream every day above ground's a good day. You know, kind of vibe. That's really all one can hope for, right? So I'm just gonna duplicate these. I need 3 pages here at the beginning for like all of the cover pages. And then I need a whole bunch of them at the end here. So the original document had, with the covers, a grand total of 154 pages, which is a lot. So I'm gonna see if I can just add, let's see, add page advanced. Is it, I'm wondering, oh, here, oh, thank God I can do this. Come into page spread. I need to add basically 100 pages. This Brain Club Studio doesn't crash. So hopefully it doesn't crash on me. So, oh my gosh, thank you! Thank you for the super chat. From LJ Out, Art Crumbs, I'm participating in the SMA 25, and I've started paneling with 7 pages stitched out. I just wanted some critiques. Any tips for a rookie? Okay, so my first question before I give you some tips is how many pages do you think it's going to be? Like I forget what the SMA, isn't it like a 21 page limit? I'm happy to give some tips and stuff. Absolutely. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I was gonna be a smart butt and go location, 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 but most people probably won't get that joke. But yeah, so if you can tell me how long it is, I mean, I guess in general, like any advice I would give anyone is let me just make a new file really quick, and I'll show you what I mean rather than like just telling you, you know what I mean. So let's see, pixels. Let's do 900 by 1600 by 900. So for me, when I'm planning my one-shots, if I know how long it's going to be, which is what I usually try to do, I try to give myself an estimate of like how long I want a project to be. One of the first things that I'll do is I'll figure out, I forgot I have this tool. Forgot I have this. I love this. Okay, so I don't have to worry about my like really bad, let's see, it's about 10%, and this is about 50%, so maybe like 20%, and this is about 50%, and 5%. Okay. I don't have my pen on me right now, so this is like, you know, like roughly like 20, 50, and then like 20, another 20, math, brain, heart, 10. Okay, so, no. Kishoten Kets is really important. Kishoten Kets. If you don't know what Kishoten Kets is, it's really, it's a 17-page limit. I think I use up all of them. I don't really want to do that because presenting the story in fewer pages, but yeah, well, your manga should be as long as it needs to be. And then, of course, if you have a limitation, you'd have that limitation, right? So usually what I would do, and this is why I'm showing you this, is if I know how many pages I want my project to be, I'll give myself that rough estimate of like how many pages do I roughly like, because in Kishoten Kits, you've got 4 acts, right? And so what I'll do is I'll go, okay, well, how long do I have for each particular page? So just to make the math easy, I'll just pretend it's 16 pages, because this makes the math really, really easy. So we have, oopsies. Here, let me just get my pen out. Ugh! Come on, pen. There we go. Okay, so let's say we're gonna have a 16 pager, right? So we have 16 pages. This is 50%. These are percents. It's hard to write using my mouse. Okay, so half of 16 would be 8 pages. 20%, which is 1/5. Okay, brain math hard. So we're not gonna have like a perfect number, right? So roughly a quarter. So we could say we could have 3 pages here, 3 pages here, and then 8. 2, 8, then we have 8 left over, so yeah, it'd be 2. So this is one way you could sort of figure out, hey Brent, what's up? So this is one way that you could sort of look at how long do I roughly want each section to be. And this is what I use for Keishouten kits. I usually will have like the show part, which is like your main development, be about 50% of whatever manga I'm making. And then I'll have 20% for the introduction, 20% for the twist max, and then I want my kits to be really short. You can also change it so that you have 10% for your kits, and then 20%. Oh, sorry. You could also swap these numbers if you want to. Just kind of depends on what you want to do and how much room you need to reveal your twist and stuff. I usually like to have the twist plus like the follow-up reaction to that twist, and then have the result afterwards. I just realized you guys can't see me. Can't see what I'm talking about. But yeah, you can. Okay, never mind. I forgot I had my screen frozen on my my other screen. We're good. And so what I would recommend have you written a script yet? I would absolutely recommend writing out a script, even if it's just a really, really simple one, like an outline. Like, for example, you know, you could have like, you know, like page, just write out Keishouten kits, and maybe just write out maybe like a few sentences in each section. Just be like, oh, this is roughly what I have. So have like a summary. So first let me do this way. So create a summary of what's going to happen in this section. This way you can make sure that all of your sections follow what they're supposed to do for the story. And if you have like a 7-pager, like that's fine. Like you can still do that. Like you can literally do this in like 4 panels. So if you can do it for 4 panels, okay, no worries, honey. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. So if you only have like 7 pages, you could theoretically use like 8 as your number. So let's do it. Let's just say you had 8 pages. Oopsies, I'm on the wrong layer. So let's just say you had 8 pages. We're basically just gonna have all these numbers. And so you could have 4, you could have 2, 2, and then 1. So did I do my math correctly? 6. Wait, yeah, 6. Oh no, I did not. So this would be 3. You could do 1, 2, and then 1. Or you could also have, and I'll put this in a different color. You could do 4 or 1. So if you wanted to, you could have, if you only want to have like a 7-pager, these are the numbers that you could use. Have like your first page to set the who, what, when, where, whatever, and then have like 3 or 4 pages to sort of develop that story, go through it, and then you have your twist, which could either be 2 pages or 1, and then 1 at the end. Just kind of depends on what you want to do. So I would absolutely plot that out first. Oh, good. Oh, you said you have plotted it out. Okay, cool. I have plotted out the key moments of the story, like bullet points, but not actual script. Bullet points are fine. Like, you don't necessarily have to write out a full script. I would definitely maybe try to sort out what that is first, just because you want to know what your main beats are. If you don't know what your twist is, you know, how are you going to build up to it? But this is just how I write. This is what I do, and if it doesn't work for you, that's okay. But as far as like how you could start, you know, start with a summary, maybe like what's the core of it, and then like you said, go to bullet points. And then if you want to, then you can go down to like, you know, like 1 sentence per page. That's what I do. That way you know what the summary of that page is. Like, oh, this is on this page, this is everything that's going to happen on this page. If you want to. Or you could do it in 2-page spreads. That's up to you. The main reason why I like to at least go down to per page, or at minimum like 2-page spreads, like a sentence for every 2-page spread, is because I want to be able to plan my page turns. That's very, very important, because, you know, when you have like a 2-page spread, right? So let's just say, you know, like here's our layout or whatever. Let's just, like some made up 2-page spread. These 2 panels, this one and this one, are really, really important. This is your Mekuri, which is your Mekuri. And then this is your Hikigoma. This is theoretically if you're reading right to left. If you read left to right, it's basically the same thing. Your Mekuri is your first panel on a 2-page spread. It answers the question that you place at the last 2-page spread, and then as they read and then go through this, boom, this should be this panel, your hikigoma. It literally, the kanji for it is like to pull. And so basically you're literally pulling them, you're placing a hook to make them want to turn the next page. And so for me, the 2 most important things that I'm always thinking about when I'm writing or scripting or even bullet points or sentences or whatever it is, the way that I'm doing it, is I always think about those 2 panels. Those are the 2 most important things. If I could think of like the single most important thing when you're scripting it out, plan your page turns. If you have nothing, like, if you do nothing else, okay, how is the page starting and how is the spread starting, how is the spread ending? Anything else in the middle, meh, whatever, I'll figure it out as I go. So, does that make sense? Is that helpful? I don't think I can do a critique on this stream because I am trying to get my work done so I can get the Kickstarter out. But as far as tips, that's what I would recommend. And if your story is like 7-ish pages or whatever, I think that's great. I think it's fantastic that you're keeping it shorter, but don't shorten this. And actually, I have this problem. Hisashi-san and I have talked about this. I tend to pick a certain number of pages that I want to stick to, and then the story suffers because I'm still obsessed with keeping it at that number, that the story suffers because, oh hey, it just needs 1 extra page, add the extra page. And so the way that Hisashi-san is my editor at Viz is having me think about this is like, make the story good, then make it short. Make it good first. Make sure it looks good, it feels good, it flows well, and then condense it from there and see what you can take out, or maybe hey, instead of 2 panels, I can make this 1, or maybe I don't need any of these panels at all and I can just take it out, you know, that sort of thing. So, which of course might mess up your page turns, but that's a problem for later me. Later me has to fix that problem. You know what I mean? So, I hope that all makes sense. I'm just gonna copy these over. Okay. Oh, why did it open over there? I want this open over here so you all can see my beautiful artwork. And my atrocious atrocious layering conventions. But I love how it's not okay. Oh, I see what I did. So I have the backgrounds as separate. Okay, we can work with that. It's just one giant background. See, this is the problem is now I have to oh, I should probably open the page that I want to put it on. Okay, you know what? Fine, I'll put it back over here. Fine. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that because that's annoying. Can I just do this? No, I can't. That's lame. I don't know what this is gonna look like, guys, because these 2 pages are 2 completely different proportions. So, oh no, they're so much smaller. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to double the size of all of my artwork, which means it's gonna look bad. Oh. Damn. Which means I have to go into here and find every single mask and make sure the mask is turned on so that it'll scale properly. Which means I have to transform a buttload of layers all together. Oh no. Fuck. Can I say that on stream? I don't need that one. I'm gonna get rid of all the stuff I don't need. It's a good thing I've got a good PC. Dang it. What have I done to myself? Frick. Well. R.I.P. Let me just get rid of that entirely, and then we'll just transform all of this together. Pray for me, guys. Oh, bye, honey. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Okay, I wasn't sure. I try not to, but I was like, oh wait, can I say that? Ugh. I'm so mad. I mean, that's why I use 600 DPI. Dustin! I did the drawings, Dustin. They're my drawings. And look at me, scaling up. It's okay. That's why they're 600 DPI. This is exactly why I do this. So that I can scale up when I need to. Because I mean, as long as it's 300 DPI when it prints, who cares? Don't worry about it. Right? Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. It's like, I feel like that dog that's sitting in that room that's on fire, and I'm like, it'll be fine. It's fine. Yes, of course there's rocks and trees. Who do you think you're talking to? That's like a mandatory obligation for me, is that my pages have to have rocks and trees in them. This is so frustrating because I can't see it. Because it's lagging so bad. Yeah, so Pinkbird, what I'm doing is I'm having to take the original print files that I made for Onami, and I have to completely redo them to be a different set of proportions, which means I have to copy over all of the layers from my older files into the newer files. And unfortunately, some of these have a lot of layers on them. There's not that many pages that have a buttload of layers, but this is one of the few, unfortunately. One of the few that has a lot of layers on it. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. So basically, yeah, so I'm just editing stuff, getting all of my stuff back in. Yeah. That's why I was like, well, I have, like 2.5 hours before I have to go to work, so I might as well just, stream or something. I love how we've already lost, like, an hour of that. We've already lost, like, an hour. 40 minutes of me crying at Clip Studio. See, look how hard he has to look how hard this poor thing has to think. Look at this. Oh, you guys can't see it. It's like, meep, meep, meep. It's just Clip Studio thinking about it because it's so many layers. There's literally like 50 layers in that folder that I just transformed. Yes, Dustin, I am still really terrible at managing my layers. I would be a terrible mangaka to be an assistant for because I have so many layers. Yeah, exactly. That's like the biggest downfall of having to go digital, is I have like all my stuff on different layers. It's like, what do you want me to do? Like, I have to transform them all, and it's just sitting here thinking about it. It's like, come on, Bessie! Please! You don't have to! I'm laying myself on the table, on a silver platter, exposing my abhorrent working habits in front of the entire internet. Or however many people are watching today. I don't know. I don't even know. How many people are watching? 7. All 7 of you. Layers like an onion. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? I have my, my mic on. Like, my JLab in, but I just want to make sure y'all can hear me okay. It's okay, Brent. I speak typo. If anyone has not seen me text or type in Discord... I am a horrible speller, which is hilarious because, you know, I used to do social media and post, like, for Global Comics and stuff, and so because I know that I'm a bad speller, when it comes to like me typing, because I type fast, then brain just hits submit, and I don't think about what I'm typing. I was so paranoid about like misspelling things when I was posting for Global Comics. There were times where I would like sit with like the submit button for like 30 minutes because I was so scared that I spelled something wrong and I just couldn't see it. I was like, well, I know there's a spelling error in here somewhere. I'm just gonna stare at it for 30 minutes and hope that I can see it. And there were times where I made a post and I had like a word spelled wrong, and it was like the instead of THE, it was TEH. It's like, dude, what the brain, please. Misspelled very good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like a hallmark, if you ever have someone pretending to be me, if they don't do that, then they're not me. Oh, hi Steven, thank you. I'm glad you like the Thing Like a Mangaka series. I have so many videos that are like half in progress. If you guys can't see it, I'm waiting for the little Clip Studio thing to make a decision on finished transforming something. So you guys can't see it, but it's right here thinking about it. That's why you see this beautiful border here. But yeah, I'm really glad you liked it so far. Hi Yami-chan, what's up? Everyone's coming, yay! I really do need to be streaming more often. I think I'm a fun streamer to listen to. If I can say that. I want to get I need to get my OBS set up with Twitch so that I can simul stream, because it sounds like Twitch lifted the ban on that. So I definitely want to try to do simul streaming as well. Geez, Clip Studio is taking a really long time to think about this. I'm a little worried. That's why I did this page first, is I knew that it would take a while for that to go through, so. Come on, Clip Studio. I believe in you. Let me actually see if I can, whoops. Blah! Properties. Can I do this? Working on a coloring book? Nice! Oh, I bet. It's basically pure line art at that point. It's just line art everywhere. Yeah? Oh, okay, that's cool. I wonder if I'm still affiliated on Twitch. Let me go check. I was affiliated on Twitch, but I know if you don't stream for a while, they kick you out. So, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm not logged in on Twitch anymore? Okay, well. I don't know what my password is. Oh no! What email did I use for Twitch? Enter the code that was sent to you. Oh, okay. I don't even know if I'm affiliated on Twitch anymore. I'd have to check. I mean, I don't think it would be hard to get it back, honestly. Remember this device for 30 days. That tells you how long it's been since I've been here. Let's see. Creator dashboard. Am I still affiliated? Let me see. Blah, 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 blah. I don't want to do clips. Go away. Your last stream hit a record of 5 concurrent viewers. Oh man, monetization. Am I still... Welcome to the new ads manager. Hey, I am still affiliated. How is that possible? How is that possible? I haven't streamed in forever. The job's so much easier. It crashes. Is it done? It stopped moving. Is it done? Come on, Clip Studio. We've literally been sitting here for 6 minutes, waiting for this, at least 6 minutes, for it to finish transforming. Wow. It's probably because I'm streaming and trying to run 2 massive files in Clip Studio at the same time. Yeah. I think it's 6. Twitch forgot about you. Yeah. 5. That's a number. Yeah, that's a number. Yeah, 5 concurrent viewers. Yeah. I don't remember what I was streaming on Twitch. I don't even. Oh, you know what? I remember what it was. I was doing sketches because I was like, "Yay! I'm coming back to Twitch instead of YouTube." Blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that." But because I have wanted to stream to both of them for a really long time, but because I was an affiliate, I couldn't simul stream. But now that I can, we're just gonna do that. So my next stream will probably go to Twitch and YouTube. Because on Twitch, I already have a decent amount of followers, but I don't know how many of them are dead followers now. You know what I mean? Like, they're probably, like, dead followers. I think it's, like, 268 followers on Twitch. Because I was really consistent there for a while. So I have a decent following already on Twitch, so hopefully I can revive that following if I'm consistent. That would be cool. Alright guys, we're gonna copy another folder over. Are you ready? Are you ready for the next folder? It shouldn't be that bad, because it's just text and a couple birds. So it shouldn't be that bad. Oh my gosh. That's funny. It's not gonna be that bad. Look, it just... What is that? What is that? I don't know what... Okay, that's... Okay. That's funny, guys. I don't know what that was about. You will no longer mod on Twitch? That's okay. I'm getting all of my bots set up to help until I can have like other mods. So another 10-minute wait. Woo! Sorry, guys. Well, look, don't you guys appreciate how beautiful my background art is? Like, it's gorgeous. Don't tell me it's not gorgeous. I love how I forgot to turn the keep aspect ratio on. Oh, you guys can't see it, but I have my little thingy over here. Clip Studio, bestie. Oh, there it goes. It's like he didn't hear me the first time. He's like, nope. Ugh. And see, I would not do it this way, but it's just the text. There's a lot of text. There's a lot of text. It's gorgeous. Mwah. See, people think I'm too serious, and I'm absolutely not. I am an absolute goofball. So, I'm not that serious. At least I try not to be too serious. Okay, just trying to see if that's roughly what I had before. It's not quite what I had before. Hey! Come on. Hey, Clip Studio. My dude, don't do this to me. Clip, no. No. Clip, no. Drop it. Thank you. Is that a bird? It's a plane! No, it's 600 DPI! I would say the long wait to one of the reasons I prefer physical. Oh no, I agree. Absolutely. The only reason I'm not doing traditional art is because screen tones are so expensive. They are so expensive. And I would rather be inconvenienced just a little bit when it comes to like a digital file than to like have to pay out the bazooka for like to have my tones mailed to me because I don't live near a Kinokuniya or whatever else. Last time I checked to import like a small stack of tones, like buying the tones and then the importing was like $80. And I'm like, oh hell no. I'll just suffer being mildly inconvenienced every 10 seconds. Yeah. I'm doing traditional art too. I can show you guys while we wait for that, so. Where's mine? I think it's this one. Oh. Properties. Oh. Wrong screen. Blech. Okay. I'll show you. I've got traditional art too! It's not very easy to see, but... Why did you do that? Let's wait. While we wait in Clip Studio to do its thing. How much do you get for that price? Oh my god, I don't remember. That was like 3 years ago. I think I was looking at 2 different packs. Well, the same pack, but getting double of it because they were just like all like basic flat tones. And I think there was like 1 or 2 gradients in there. But it was a couple. I think it was like 10 sheets, 2 packs of 10 sheets. And then they were being mailed to me. I don't remember. I think I did just a standard shipping, but it was like, yeah, that stuff's expensive. But yeah, so see, I can do traditional art too. See? It's all pencil. It's real. And then, I can draw. See? Look. It's real. It's real, I promise. I just draw when I'm at work. I'll just behind the counter. I'm allowed to, as long as all my chores are done for work, like my boss doesn't care. Because it's such a quiet job in the sense that, like, I mean, I can go 10 to 15 minutes without a customer. There was one time I went 45 minutes without a customer. It was crazy. But yeah, and then, but this is also some other traditional art I'm doing for the Kickstarter, that I'll have as, like, rewards and stuff. But yeah, so then I'll have this one, which is really fun. It kind of plays on the original cover that I was wanting to do, but then I changed my mind. And then this is my favorite 2-page spread, and now I'm doing a traditional version of that 2-page spread. I left this open because I'm not sure if I want to put in a speech bubble again, or if I want to, like, draw it without the speech bubble, so I left space for it just in case. And then this is one I'm working on as well. This is a Mott. He's technically the villain in both Onami and Godsbane. If you guys didn't know, they are the same universe. Onami just happens, like, I don't know, maybe 1500 to 2000 years before Godsbane happens. And then, yeah, it's just me. You can just see, it's, yeah, it's just the, like, original drawing right there, so. See, yeah. Oh, it's still thinking about it. I was hoping it'd be done. But yeah, I do traditional artwork all the time. It's just, I mean, do I have my sketchbook attached here? I think I have my sketchbook visible here. Let's see here. Shiba. My super crazy full hard drive. Yeah, you do. Yeah, when I was still 100% traditional, Dustin got one of the original drawings. Let's see. Past artwork, sketch dumps. Dustin, do you remember my sketch dumps? I'm making a whole art book full of my sketch dumps. That's gonna be my first art book. I've got a whole bunch of, like, newer ones that I'm working on as far as, like, sketch dumps. And oh, I can't open it. I can't open it. Oh, I should have known better than that. Is this one done? Yeah, so this one features all of the drawings that I have done for Briar. So all of these drawings have been in, like, the last 6 months. This is why I've been away. It's because I've been working on all of this. That's why. So these were all sketches for the next one shot that I want to do with Viz. We ended up deciding to, after, so I did the first one, and he didn't like it because he felt that, the main character was, she didn't have enough agency for herself. Yeah, my scrapbook stuff does, yeah, exactly. And then with the second version, he liked it more, but he didn't feel like, the mystery was entertaining enough. It wasn't, quote, scary, and I'm like, well, scary is not what I'm going for. And so he's like, okay, we'll try again, but this time, like, give her, like, like more information in the beginning so we can understand her motives and stuff. I was like, okay, cool. So we did that. And then after this version, he's like, well, now that I know the direction you're trying to go, I think it would be better if you gave her a partner character, and then you gave them a completely different mystery that focuses on establishing their relationship as partners. And I was like, okay, cool. So now I have to start all over with the 4th version of my one-shot. So, yeah, all of these pages have been drawn since February. And so this is one of the reasons I've been kind of away, is I've just been so focused on this, like, Viz stuff. And this is another, why are you not saying, there it is. This is another one-shot that or not one-shot, there's another sketch dump I have. I just need to get this posted on Patreon. But just more, like, doodles and sketches from work, as well as some of the Godsbane stuff I worked on. I was trying to make a Godsbane one-shot for, the Kodansha contest, but I didn't get it done. And so, but someone else is interested in Godsbane, and so I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with them. So, Godsbane will be moving again soon, hopefully. I want to focus on Onami, though. I want to get that done. Like the print edition. And then we can do some more Godsbane stuff, too. So, oh my god. Is there another one I can look at? No. Nah, just those two. Oh, it's done. Yay! That wasn't too bad. It was only, 7 minutes. That wasn't too bad. I don't like this sitting up there. Look at this here. Hey. Bruh. Clip Studio. All I was doing was trying to size that. Don't Clip Studio. Drop it. Please. Look at me having to argue with Clip Studio. All I was trying to do was change the zoom. And it's gonna give me an attitude. I'm gonna leave it, but I'm probably not gonna be updating it on Global Comics anymore. Hang on guys, I need to, my workplace just texted me and I need to look at this. Oh, it's about someone else, not me. Never mind. Never mind, that wasn't for me. But yeah, I'm probably not going to be updating Godsbane on Global Comics anymore. So, just out of like respect to the other folks. Where's the... That's weird. How did it know to do that? That's weird. Is there a hole somewhere? No. I'm talking about the publisher that I'm going to go with for Godsbane. Oh, that barely did anything. Let's expand it a little bit more. There we go, that's better. Okay, now we're gonna switch that. Ta-da! Like, I gotta edit the credits. (2025) edition credits, and it's 2026. That's some crazy shit. Oh, bye, Jay. Thank you for coming. Take it easy. Good luck with your day. Did you design your stream layout by yourself? I sure did. What I will say though is I did not hand draw the majority of it. Like the lotus I didn't hand draw, the flowers I didn't hand draw, even the lucky cat I didn't hand draw myself. So it's all like a pre-existing assets because I didn't want to have to manually hand draw it. I just placed everything and made it look pretty. So I won't claim that I drew it because I didn't. I was gonna say the person who did the logo design for no. Thank you. That would be Kristen Lee, Feather Notes. Let me grab her socials. Let's see. She does an amazing job. She did Onami and Godsbane. Question, why did the lettering credit separate the writer and artist if you only did it all? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. So, as far as, like, how I, like, have it here, I just want people to know that, hey, like story and, you know, art. That's why I'm going to change it to story and art instead of writer and artist, because story and art is what I've learned how people usually write it out. And it's pretty normal in like books to say, hey, like this person did all that. So I just wanted to be really, really clear. The other reason why I'm adding the lettering for this one is because the one shot that's on the Viz platform, I did not do the lettering for that. Someone else did the lettering for the edition that's on the Viz website and app. And then for this print edition, I did the lettering for it. So. Yeah, I'm actually gonna see if I can put something else here. It looks like everything is still, not, let me see if it was centered the way it was supposed to be. 1 second. Yeah, it's still centered roughly the same way. So yeah, it should be fine. Everything's within the safety margin, so it should be okay. The only thing is this is not centered 100%, and that's okay. I'm not super worried about it looking perfectly symmetrical. It's fine. I'm not gonna split hairs over that. It's not worth it. Now what I do need to do is I do need to go through and set everything into tones, which is going to be a pain in my butt. So now that everything's in its proper place, oh shoot, I forgot about this part. I gotta fix that. I'll just do, dang it! And I should have a hyphen. See, this is why we're doing this, fam, is because I messed up. Name storyboards. I'm gonna have to change all the numbers later, so I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'll change the numbers later. I meant why list them all together on the same line if it was all... Because it doesn't... It may not fit well or look very aesthetic. So, for example, if I were... I'll just show you what I mean. I don't like how that looks. You have like one massive line and then one really short line, and I don't like that. I just don't like how it looks. So I guess aesthetics. So just aesthetics, I guess. I'm just really, I don't know why. I'm just being a little weird about it, I guess. And then I wanted a little poem to be in the middle here. Sort of just sitting there. Little poem. Although he's probably going to be way too small now. You know what? That's perfect. I think I'm sitting right on top there. No, Miso, stay down. And that's just a weird personal thing for me. I don't like having lines that are like super extra wide. And I mean also maybe it's me as a letterer, like having done lettering work in the past. I would rather have it set as its own line because I see like story and art as one thing, lettering is a whole separate skill set. I'm listing it out individually. Writing and art is normal for a mangaka to do. You know, but normally the mangaka doesn't also do the lettering. Usually that's someone else that does the lettering. So, but it's not in this case. So because it's normally something someone else does, and it's not, I'm just listing my name twice. If people think that's weird, that's okay. That's just what I want to do. So, and I do have to change this to 2026. Ugh. Uh-oh, I just realized that all my fonts are changing because I don't have the original font on here anymore. Oh. Yeah, I don't have the original font that I used. I mean, Cambria regular is fine. I just don't know if I have the rights to use that, so I'll have to check all that later. It's not a big deal. I'd have to make sure I have the rights to use that. Okay, that's updated. That's now updated. Okay, cool. So that's good. And I'll just edit the numbers later. Patron. Yeah, I gotta fix my patrons too. I'm not gonna fix them now because I'd rather just re-download the other font. I'd rather just use the same font that I used to use. So, do you like my little clever which island do you seek? And it's the different sections. See, I'm trying to be clever, but I'm not. I'm trying. Okay. So that one's good. Now we want this one. Which this one's easy. It's literally just pasting in, pulling again. It's because I want this to be an autograph page. So yes. I just want this to be an autograph page so I can sign or do whatever here. You kind of like messy my line art is. Like, my line art is not that great. Alright. Yay, that page is done. Woo! Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't fix... You know what? I'm gonna fix the tones another day. We're not doing that today, because I don't have the brain cell capacity for that. It is already hard enough doing the things I'm doing, so I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Okay. Don't save. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is now we're gonna go to the end. Oh, I gotta go this way. Alright, and we're gonna see how I had this set up. Alright, so after that page... Okay, so it's this one that we changed here. Actually, I can just move that in the new... I can just put that in order. So let me... I'm gonna close that once that opens. Because I had the character sketches on 75 and 76. So let me just close that. Do not save. Save. It's a tiny sketch. Yeah, it's not gonna be noticeable. Okay, so now we're gonna put this one where 75 and 76 go. Okay, I'm gonna close that, and then I'm gonna sort page file names before I do anything else. Alright, now we need this one open. Alrighty, now we get to paste in all the cool stuff, all the fun stuff. This one's not that bad. It's really not that many layers, so it shouldn't be that bad. The only thing is I have to take all the color out though. Which is fine. It's just annoying. Oh, man, I just realized something. Dang it. I can't do that just yet. Close that, close it, do not save. This page, I have to turn this into a 2-page spread. So, let me go to, well, let me think. Yeah. So now I have to split these. Yes. And then combine, align crop marks. Now we can paste. Go away! Okay, now we can do this. Okay, and then I had... This is not the proper way to do your stuff, kids. Do as I say, not as I do. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where I had that roughly. Right about there. I gotta clean all this up. Because of course, you know, all my fonts are fucked up now. Not gonna worry about that too much. Another transformation bar. So, how is everyone? What's everyone working on? Oh, sorry, question from Steven. Online posting question. If posting something online somewhere like Webtoon, like Webtoons or somewhere, do you have to use... Do you have to have rights to use specific fonts and stuff? So, technically, it depends on the font. So, fonts can be licensed, just like artworks can be. And so, if your font has a commercial license, typically, and now Dustin, correct me if I'm wrong, my understanding is that if it's a specific commercial license, as long as you're not making any money on the project, it's fine. However, once you start making any money, then it's a problem. However, then there are other fonts where you, in order to use it at all, in any capacity on the internet, whether it's free or paid or whatever, you need to have the license to be able to use it, even if you aren't making money off of it. And so what I do is I almost always will buy the font license for commercial purposes if it's available. That way, if I want to use it for free, for like free projects, I can. If I want to use it for commercial projects, I can. If you decide to, like, let's say you post a Webtoon and then you get serialized on Webtoon, if you do not have the commercial purposes, the commercial rights for that font, you now cannot use that font until you buy the licenses. But again, it depends on each particular font, because different fonts have different licenses, and there's some that say, oh, it's fine. And Blambot is another example of it depends. Because with Blambot, they usually allow indies to use their fonts for free until they enter a publishing house. So, for example, like I'm an indie, I'm self-publishing Onami by myself. You know, I could use one of Blambot's fonts because I'm an indie, I'm self-publishing, but as soon as let's say Kodansha wanted Onami, because I'd be going to a publisher, now I have to buy the rights to everything because that specific title won't be considered indie anymore, if that makes sense. That's my understanding of it. I might be wrong. I'm not a lawyer. Gamal Hennessy would be better with IP law. But that's my understanding of it anyway. Right, and then this will be in this bottom corner. Alright, and so now I just need to take all the color out of it. Let's just set this to maybe like a 30% gray. Maybe more like a 40 or 50. Yeah. And then tone. I don't know why I just didn't do this. Why is it just showing it as gray? Oh, that's why. If I wanted to post a comic online, I'd have to research, yes, you'd have to research every single font and make sure you have the permission to use that font. It's one of those things where, like, technically you could get away with it, because, you know, if the creator of that font doesn't see that you're using it in that way, there's something they can do about it, right? If they don't know, don't hurt them, but I'm the type of person where it's like, I want to make sure everything I'm doing is legal, because heaven forbid it comes down on my head at a later date. You know, or I get my publisher in trouble, or something changes, so I just make sure that I always have the licenses for things. That's just, like, I don't even use pirated software. You know, like, I will, nope. I'm just that weirdo that always tries to make sure I'm in the green with everything. Actually, I kind of like how the black looked. Not gonna lie. I could do a gradient. A gradient might actually look better. I know it's a gradient. Gradients are not a printer's best friend, but I want to see. Or, oh, I could do an effect. That could be fun. Let's see what kind of fun tones I have here that I could use. It needs to be like at least a 50% tone. I don't think I have that many that are like that, honestly. I don't really have that many tones that are like that color, that are like that. Oh, you know what? I've got the paper one. We just, that way it looks like a straight up paper. Let's see, where's my paper one? Now it just gives it a little texture. What about the gradient one instead? Oh man, that's so tiny! What? Oh, why even have that? No, you're not supposed to do this. Look at me screwing up my files from the beginning. Some fonts have a license that seem to allow you to use them in commercial products for free, but that's... Yeah, exactly. You absolutely should look into it before you do anything with it. Yeah, see, that's probably not a good idea to be messing with it. Dang, that sucks. I mean, I can always make my own texture, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to make my own texture. That's work. I don't want to do that. I mean, it's not hard. I'll just do it later. I don't have to do my own work. There, now it's textured. It looks a little bit better. Yeah, see, that's better. That way, at least it's got some life to it rather than just a flat gray. Save. Alrighty. Alright. I'm not gonna worry about the text in the for the next pages because I'm gonna change what it says. And there's zero point in copying over the text for this stuff. So I'm just gonna change it, so... Let's see, it was most of it tall. What about there? This one's gonna be harder because I gotta take all the tones out of it. CSP is great. I really love Clip Studio. Especially like the my brain stopped. The EX version. It's really great. Yeah, somehow I have to turn this into grayscale. Ugh, that's gonna be tough. I'm pretty sure I have the original of this somewheres. It's a massive scan of it, so... Let me see how this one looks. I mean, it's gonna be in tones anyway, so, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, I guess. Let's get everything within the safety margin, at least. Okay, now how do I want to do this? Okay, let's make a copy of it. Because my concern is that it'll be really hard to, like, read the text here is what I'm worried about. Let's see here. I might have to, like, draw... Oh, of course it's gonna do a recovery. I'm trying to threshold this. I can always go in and, like, add more to it on my own, so... Not overly worried about that. I've got this one up on another screen. Oh, let me close this because I don't need that anymore. You only have a tablet? What tablet do you have? I have Clip Studio on my tablet. I've been using it on my tablet for a long time. I mean, I'm not on my tablet right now, but I have it on my, I have a Samsung Galaxy, and I use it on my Samsung Galaxy all the time. For the most part, it doesn't have issues with files, but I also didn't get, like, a super powerful version of it either. I might have to use 2 different versions of this layer on this mode. Because I don't like how there's like a little bit of gray there. I don't like that. I'd rather have it cleaned up, so... How do I want to do this? Let's see here. Let's double this and turn it off for now. And then we'll set the text so that it's legible. And then we'll erase everything else that we don't need. My beautiful handwriting. I think it's more just worried it'll lag. Like, well, it depends. Like, how big are your files? My files are big enough that I was able to run a, like a 40-something pager file. An FE plus? I don't know what that is. FE plus? Is that newer? I have the Galaxy Tab S8 Plus, or yeah, S8 Plus, and I can run like my Godsmain file on it just fine, and it's like, I don't know, it's got like the 100 pages in it, and only 30 something of them have art on it, but and they're not small files. It's 600 DPI, like roughly 10 by 15 at 600 DPI. And it's running just fine, you know, on my S8, so... Yeah, see how much better that is. S10? Yeah, you should be able to run it just fine. Like, how many pages do you think your files are gonna be? Like, are you gonna be doing, like, are you gonna be doing, like, floppy size? Are you gonna be doing, like, whole tankobones? If it's, like, a whole tankobone size, then, maybe. You know, maybe. Maybe it would be an issue, but... Let's see, FE... I want to get the 12 gigabyte. I mean, I literally see people that are talking about streaming on this thing. Or not streaming, like playing games on this thing. Yeah, this person said, I want to get a 12 gigabyte, 256 version for mostly reading, watching, and maybe occasional gaming. And someone said, oh, I have that exact version. The screen looks fine. 90 hertz is pretty nice. Had it for a few months, no issues. And then someone said, 7 months later, how is it holding up? Oh, there's no issues at all. I use it mainly as a media device, but I can turn on Dex mode and it's closer to a laptop. So, it looks like for the most part, people aren't noticing that there's, like, an issue. So, I mean, people are literally using it for gaming. So, if you can do gaming, it's the same needs as a game. So, the reason why I get gaming computers is because they have the same needs as heavy artist computers. As far as, like, graphics cards and strong processors and all of those things. So, whenever I go for stuff, I always look for stuff that's good for gaming. And then that's what I get for art. Because it's the same needs, basically, so... I just don't need, like, the, you know, 50 million frames per second, you know, speed or whatever. I just don't need that stuff. I'm actually gonna brighten this a little bit, and I'm gonna see if I can, it's, like, so slight. Yeah, I still think that's better, though. I still think that's better, I think. That doesn't look too bad. And that way you can still see it's like the original paper. And that way I can put all my text over here. Save. Look at me go, guys! Look at me go. We're getting stuff done. The next 2 pages are going to be the hard ones, though. The next 2-page spread is going to be a really difficult one. I guess I could save these because I don't need them open. I don't want to put more strain on my computer than I absolutely have to. Alrighty, so I don't know how I'm gonna fix this one, honestly. Because look at all that color. I don't know how I'm gonna put this into grayscale for tones. Very carefully, I guess. Very carefully. Okay, let's see. I had that fit into the safety margin. Okay, we'll just do this, and then the rest will be black around it. I don't know if this is gonna look good in grayscale, y'all. I might have to pick a different artwork for this. I wish I had the version of it before I colored it. That would have been perfect. But we'll see. I have so many art books I want to make. So, way too many art books. I've got like sketchbooks and sketch dumps and like all my old manga pages. It'd be really fun to just have like a book with like all of the different manga pages manga or comic pages that I've made in my lifetime so far. Just like strung out next to each other would be kind of cool. Alright, but now we get to figure out how to make this grayscale. so that I can turn it into a tone. This one's a little bit harder, so what I'll probably do is I'll, let's see here. I'm gonna temporarily turn that off. I'm gonna keep a basic version of this layer by itself. Turn that off. Let me mark it as red. Okay, and then I'll merge these two. And I'll lighten it just a little bit more. Screen. Okay. And then also this to gray, or monochrome, and then tone. There we go. It's not awful. And then let me turn that off. I have to manually fix this one. Like, do a bunch of, like, manual drawing and stuff. I just want to make sure, like, it's easy to understand when you look at it, what it is. Uh-oh, did we lose stream? Okay, cool, thanks. I was just making sure because it got kind of weird on my end. Yeah, I think that'll definitely help if I can come in and clean up some of this stuff. I won't finish it all now because I want to keep moving, but that's definitely better. Alright, well, that's going in the right direction, so it's good enough for me. Alright, now we need to arrange this one. This is gonna have the same problem where it's all colorful and pretty. We needed to make it grayscale. Is anyone working on their own projects, or maybe something that they've been working on, or what have you? Just your coloring book since April or May? Do you need to, is it something you're doing for like a publisher, or are you doing it for yourself? Or if you don't want to say, that's fine too. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It's just too light. Let's see, I wish I was, but I'm tired with some housework right now. Working on my manga pages. I'm gonna sell it on my online shop when I'm open up. Nice, so it's all self-published work. Nice. Did you, Pinkbird, did you submit to the Kodansha contest at all? Just kind of curious. I know you said you're trying to do your own thing, but I was just curious if you ended up submitting. Or I guess I could ask that to anybody. Did anyone submit to the Kodansha contest? No? I was trying to submit Godsbane, but I didn't get it done. So I was like, nah. But I did submit Onami. Because legally I can. And I was like, you know what? Why not? It got their attention for Mochikomi. Maybe it can get me an editor, so... What's that face for, Pinkbird? Did you want to? Or were you just, like, focused on your... Because I know you're, like, not very... Like, you don't want to work with publishers. I got sleepy there all of a sudden. Oof. I've got all these old doodles of Palm. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I might have to change it where I only have like you know, like other doodle. Oh, something is not turned on correctly. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yeah? Yeah, that's actually what Jay was in here earlier was talking about, was getting or like submitting to the SMA. Oh, I'm gonna have to move some of that stuff, but it's whatever. I'll figure it out later. Let's just get everything put in, and then I'll sort it all, make it look pretty later. Maybe in another stream. Because I have to get to work in about an hour, so... But I figured, I got some time for streams. Bum, bum, bum. I'm really hoping if I can stream more regularly. I also got permission to stream my assistant work, so I'm going to be doing that as well. I kind of wanted to ease into streaming though and do something a little less, what's the word I'm looking for? Not less serious, but like less, stressful. Not stressful is not the word I'm looking for. Less, something that's easier for me to do on a stream. Pressure maybe, but like there's less pressure to do well when I'm just doing my own stuff. You know what I mean? I think that's the word I'm looking for, pressure. But yeah, I've gotten permission to stream my assistant stuff, so I'll be streaming that as well at some point, I'm sure. No, I mean, when I'm doing assistant work, like it's like actual job work, like I have to make sure I do it really well. Versus if I'm doing my own stuff, it's okay, I can fix it later. Versus if I'm doing assistant work, I have to do it right and I have to do it well. No worries at all, Comic Man. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Take it easy. Bye. I'm just gonna put like boxes here. That way I know that this is where I want the text to go. Somewhere in here is where all the text is gonna go. Let me do that here as well. I just realized that these are too big. You guys getting tired of my Weather Channel music yet? I need to get some more music so I can have like a variety. When I got this, I was like, man, I miss like the Weather Channel music. Like, it was so easy to listen to. I'm that kind of weirdo that could just listen to the same song on repeat all day. Like, literally all day. I could literally play this song all day. Because it just becomes like background noise eventually. So it's easy for me to do. That's where all the text is gonna go. Okay. I sure do! Yeah. It's licensed from a place called Chillhop. All the information's in my description for it. So I just had to register there. If you go to I recommend Chillhop. There's a wide variety. I mean, it's kind of like lo-fi-esque, so if you don't want lo-fi, that's fine. But it's lo-fi-esque, and there's such a wide variety of like more serious music, more chill music, and there's like different vibes of music. You can create whole playlists there that you're allowed to use as like part of the creator program. It doesn't cost anything. As far as I remember, it doesn't cost anything. You just have to like provide like a link back to it. Like it tells you really very specifically like how to credit it in the description. And every once in a while, my streams will get flagged, but not very often. But it's usually, I just have to appeal it and then just say, hey, I have a license, here's, you know, here's the proof of my license, and then it goes away. So. And that's just the bot making a mistake. So, it happens. Dang. It's a big difference. Look at that. That actually fits really well. The problem is it's all color. Do you guys want to look through the original one? I guess I just realized that like I've not actually shared that with the folks here. I don't know who's looked at it yet, because I do have it up on Global Comics. I can do that once this finishes here. I can actually like show you guys the original one that I made. And like some of the stuff that I'm thinking, so. Oh, there goes the sun. Yeah, look at all these pages I still have to do, y'all. Look at all this. I have to do all these pages. Have mercy on my soul. So as far as what I had, so, you know, the original one-shot, you know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. All of these grays I have to turn into tones, which is going to be a lot of work because I have so many different layers on here. And so I have no idea how I'm going to do that. I have no idea how I'm going to do that. I have to figure it out. But yeah. So I have, this statue here was sort of like the original inspiration for Onami, and it was a statue that was in a, like a sculpture park that I had to walk through when I was a teenager in high school. And so it was sort of just, something that I, always saw, you know? It was just something that I, you know, was in my life all the time. And then it wasn't, that was like 2009-ish, and so, 2008, 2009, and so it wasn't until 2016 that I finally actually drew the first concept for Pwn. I just really like oarfish. I think they're super cool, even though I know that, like, in Japan, they have sort of like a bad omen, lore to them. And so, like, for the next couple of years, I just kept, like, redrawing Pwn, trying to figure out, like, what I wanted him to look like, and I liked the idea of, like, the oarfish being incorporated in some way. And so for, like, the next, like, 2 or 3 years, I just kept drawing him. I knew that I wanted him to be, like a war god and a sea god at the same time, but I didn't know how that lore was going to work, and I knew that he was going to be in, like, the God's Bane universe in some capacity. But I was like, oh, I don't know exactly what his lore is. And then all of these sketches were done when I was out in Los Angeles for my internship at Tokyo Pop. And then that was 2018-ish, and so I really love this particular drawing right here. It's like one of my favorite drawings of him, even though it's like not an accurate design anymore. It's just one of my favorite little drawings, and you can see it's really not that big. It's like the size of like, you know, maybe 2 or 3 dimes, so it's really small. But in 2020 they announced the Jump Tezuka contest. And so these were some of my drawings getting ready for the contest. Like I was redoing his design, and then I decided that Pon and Oma would be, like, the oarfish would be a separate character by itself. And so I kind of separated them a bit, and then these were like my original sketches, like, for the manga. You know, I did it all on graph paper, just so I could have like the perfect proportion every time. And it made it really easy to draw straight lines for like my panels and stuff. And then I just like wrote on the side of the paper, like, you know, any script details or whatever. You know, and I had, you know, a bunch of characters that I designed for it, like, because I showed some of the original gods that, you know, sort of like the original gods that created everything, like the creation lore gods, in here. And so these two have had their designs updated over time, and then these two I'm still kind of working on. But yeah, this is like a sample of the original page. I'm gonna move this around because I don't like that I show a page this early. And then after I did all of these sketches, I did another round of sketches where I was trying to shorten the story because it was like 66 pages or something, and it had to be 50 pages or less. And so I redid all of the writing, I redid all of the drawing, this time not on graph paper. I don't know why, but I didn't do it on graph paper again. I just did it on like regular old copy paper, and I did it mostly like on my like lunch breaks at work. And so I made, you know, Onami. This was the cover for the version that I sent in, but it did really badly. It didn't even make it past the first round of judging. It was really bad, but I really liked the character of Pon. I had so much fun like writing his story, and so then I kind of focused on Godsbane for a little while, and then it wasn't until, some of you probably already know this, but it wasn't until the portfolio review that I had in 2023 with San Diego Comic-Con, that, you know, that was where I met Viz, and I met Hisashi Sasaki, who is now my editor. You know, but I had I had the wrong document with me at the portfolio review, but they were willing to look at what I had because it had all of the basics that they needed to look at anyway. So like the portfolio review, they wanted to see things like characters and sample sequentials and backgrounds. Like they wanted to see all of those things. And the document that I had, while it wasn't the correct document, it still had all of those things. And so, you know, I talked with him, and, you know, after, like, you know, at the time that I spoke with him, we, like, the collective internet didn't know, collective world internet, whatever, didn't know that the one-shot program was a thing yet. It was not announced. It wasn't announced, so I met with Hisashi-san in July of 2023, and the one-shot program was announced in October. And so we didn't even know that, like, that was a thing. When I went to talk with him, and after I met with him in September, or July, we met in August, and he asked me if I had any like one-shots, any ideas for one-shots. I was like, well, you know, I have this old one-shot called Onami that I would really love to get to do again. I did it for the one-shot contest, the Jump Tezuka contest. And when I sent it to him, he liked it. He's like, oh yeah, I think it has potential. And so that's kind of what I did. And so I kind of just did a bunch of sketches. You know, for it, these are the sketches that ended up, I think, no, these are the first rounds of sketches. Yeah, this was the first round of sketches that I did. I ended up not even going anything close to that in the final version, but, you know, I have some character art right here. You know, I gotta clean up some of this character artwork and whatever. But then after, you know, I'll probably shift some of the stuff around. I've thought about having the, let me zoom out more. I thought about having this image gallery, which is sort of like big versions of my favorite panels. I'm probably gonna move those to first, like right here. I'll just have that be the first thing that people get to see is the image gallery. That way, oh hey, cool! Like I've seen this, you know, like these, you know, this artwork. You know, here's this cool thing. And then I'll have the sort of like, hey, here's how the story happened, and the reason I want to do that. Oop, thank you, Clip Studio. The reason I want to do that is because when I end here on this page with the sketches, I want to lead into the very last part of this book that I'm really excited to get people's reactions on. Which, let me do it this way. So image gallery, you know, on this last page, you know, of the image gallery, it'll be like, oh, I hope you know, my story can be encouraging to you as you continue your own, as difficult as it may be at times. My final offering in this book shall be the original storyboards or the name that got Onami greenlit. Remember to be strong in your future adventures. And so, you know, I showed the original storyboards that made Hisashi-san and the other editors say yes to me being published with Viz. I figured that would be really helpful for people, to be able to see like what my original storyboards were. And I'm not fixing them, I'm not cleaning them up, I'm not making them look pretty. Like there's nothing edited on them except I just typed all the text out, just so that it's legible. But other than that, it's just this is what I sent him. This is what I sent to the editor. And this is what made him say yes or no. And then at the end, I'm gonna have like all of my patrons, all of my past patrons, and then because they did help, so I'm gonna have my past patrons and my current patrons, and then maybe like, hey Mango, what's up? And then I'll have sort of like my own little final thoughts section, right? And then I'll have, of course, like a little about me, and then like, you know, my socials where you can find me, blah 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 blah. And then I have like some cool little bonus artwork I'm working on. A poem that'll be a print later, so I just had it all in the same file, but yeah, so that's gonna be the document. And so I'm really, as I was showing here earlier in the table of contents, it'll be really fun, but I'm gonna swap the image gallery and storyboards probably, or I'll move the ripple effect and image gallery. I'm gonna swap, just so that it feels more cohesive. Ooh. I'm good except no internet, so you're viewing on the phone. Oh, don't use your data just to watch my stream. Thank you though. But yeah, I think it'll be a really fun project and I'm looking forward to it. Why is there a withdrawal of $300? Hang on, guys. I got a text message from my boss. 1 second, sorry. Oh, okay. I see. I see what I did. Okay. Got it. I forgot that I did that. I forgot I paid my rent, so I got confused. Hey, honey, what's up? Oh, I was just going over, thank you. I was going over what was going to be in the book, honey. I was just showing, like, the original version. You know, like, I've got the, like, original one-shot, and then I have, like, this, like, hey, this is how Onami came to be, and so I want to be a little bit more clear on some of the images. Like, I want to be, like, this is this, and this is this, and this is this. So I'm going to be redoing this entire middle section here, where I'm talking about, the story, and, like, how I actually got hired, and I'm going to add what it was like working with Hisashi-san, as far as, like, how the process actually worked. So I'm going to add some of that information in here. But I'm going to move the image gallery here of, like, you know, like some of my favorite panels. I'm going to move that to be right after the one-shots. Instead of having the story of it first, I'm gonna have the image gallery be here first. And then I'll have the, like, oh, this is how Onami happened, this is how I got here, blah, 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 blah. That way, when it ends with me bringing up, hey, like, this is how I met Hisashi-san and Viz, I can go straight into the last part, which is the original, storyboards. I had 2 or 3 sets of storyboards. I think I had 2. Let me think. It was 2 or 3. Yeah, it was 2 or 3 sets of storyboards. I'm not gonna put in all of them. I might do, like, have all the storyboards on one page and have the next storyboards on the next page, and then start the original one. Like, I don't know yet. Just to show, hey, like, I had to do it this many times before I got approved. So I'm gonna edit the story portion of it, like hey, this is how Onami happened. I'm gonna edit that just a little bit because I want to be really transparent with people on, like, how it happened. Because I feel like there's this idea that you have to, like, get it right the first time, and that's not true. That is not how this works. It might take a couple tries. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. And I have, like I said, I have the licenses for all these fonts or whatever. These are flat pages. These aren't the layered ones. So that'll be fun, figuring out how to turn all of those into tones. Because I don't have the layered files anymore. I don't have them. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Anyway, unfortunately, I need to go. I have to go to work in about an hour. I need to go take a shower first, and get cleaned up and try to figure out what I'm going to take with me for dinner. Probably some frozen fruit or something, and maybe some chicken, because I've got some canned chicken I gotta use up. I might cook up some eggs and then take the canned chicken and then just have some of the frozen fruit to kind of thaw and have it, like, later in my shift. But yeah, so thank you all so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I know I didn't get a whole lot done in the 2 hours, but I talk a lot. I'm sorry. I talk way too much. But yeah, thanks guys for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm hopefully going to be working some more. I'm going to try to stream as much as I possibly can. And I'll probably start about the same time every day. So I'll probably try to look at, like, noon central is a good time, because I think 2 hours is a good time. But I'm also going to start streaming my assistant work. And then if I end up working on Godsbane stuff, which I want to prioritize all of my assistant work and the Onami stuff for a while. But I can always show you guys what I've been working on with Godsbane. And I might occasionally also do a traditional stream. I've got a bunch of traditional artwork I need to get done. So yeah, we'll see what the future holds. And if you aren't on my Twitch already, I am going to be simul streaming to Twitch as well. So if you prefer Twitch, don't worry, I'll be on Twitch. Let me drop y'all a link here. If you guys want to check out my Twitch channel, I'll be setting up the simul stream for that. That way my stream will be going to both Twitch and YouTube. I don't know how to do that in OBS, so but I'll figure it out. I can just look it up on the internet. I'm not going to worry about it too much, so thank you all. Let me type it out as well. For visiting. I don't know what my schedule is going to look like. I think it'll just kind of depend on how I feel each day. I'll see you next time. But I'll probably try to keep, there'll definitely be daytime streams. And the reason they're going to be daytime streams and not evening streams is because I usually work about 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'm a closer at a little shop. And so I will almost always be unavailable in the evening time, just because of, like, my schedule. The only time I might do an evening stream is if I have the day off. Like, for example, I'm off on Saturday and Sunday this particular week, but it'll change every single week. My schedule is different every single week, but I'm usually working 3 to 10 is, like, my normal shift. But yeah, so yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for visiting. I appreciate you. Love you. Bye!